disco blast from a jukebox. The lads I grew up a play air guitar, conjuring youth. Hunched at the bar, I hear dreams that turn to dust, till I ring out for last call. A pint takes a minute to settle. The creamy head rises and lands like a chorus of hums. Regulars catching my eye to change their tune, but I ain't a conductor. I got opera on the top floor. Violins cry and arias explode. I'm riding with those Valkyries too low and grim. I've got my own Valhalla in Listowel. The boyos sing Elvis and skiffle, perched with their porter like vulture chicks waiting to hatch.
Train with two engines that roll on three wheels, balanced on one rail without much assistance. Cabins on both sides to keep even keel. And the rain going westward from the soul to the center, and the soul of Mona and down to the sea. When it reached Ballybunion, where it turned on the counter, rail homes more to the banks of the Fee. Side to side, sing along, here comes the Lartigue Railway. Side to side, whistling a song, there goes the Lartigue Railway. On the sound of excitement, as the train near the station, passengers are surveyed according to size. The ones by the lodgers and
The races and darts don't soothe the soul. I'm a fish out of water, a child of Prague's beady-eyed judges. He might blow the whistle if my world collided with theirs. After the final, John gave us a drunkenness and dormer, and for once I felt kinship.
Hello, people of Listowel. I wish to announce to you that I have been approached by two gentlemen to give a bit of my history as regards Listowel. And I reckon that I was born on the 7th of June 1914 on the cliffs of Convent Lane, known as Down a Foucan. Down a Foucan, in other words, is Irish, of course, but I have very little Irish, but I have it recently translated into English by Mr. Dr. Brian McMahon. Now, Dr. Brian McMahon had the privilege of teaching me when I was going to school, but his mother taught me. And a magnificent lady she was. At the age, I suppose, of about 7 or 8 years of age, I had the privilege of travelling from Listowel to Ballybunion on the Lartigue as a young lad. It was a magnificent sight. It was an exciting sight. You come on the scene of it, and you witness coming down a long track. An engine with two boilers, two funnels, two whistles, two of everything you could say. Pardon, it was running on one wheel, with a one-wheel track. Now, an equal weight. And if you weren't an equal weight, you'd have to put a sandbag in alongside of you for to balance the budget. So, now, when she'd be coming on down from Ballybunion to Listowel, you would honestly think that it was the Pride of London that was coming in. She had so much whistling and blowing and smoke and puffing. Well, she was a sight that would be very well worth seeing at the present day.
buchad wetal ganyo Sayumaya wadu kasane Sayumaya wadu kasane
I got opera on the top floor. Violins cry and arias explode. I'm riding with those Valkyries to Lohengrin. I've got my own Valhalla in Listowel. And that opera on the top floor. No one knows it's under lock and key. Needle, it's a final, I'm away on the wind. Every secret needs a sanctuary.
Give it up, baby, give it up. Na 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 na. Baby, give it up, baby, give it up. But I never lost someone, made me mistake so good. Oh, I'm feeling fine. To believe like never. Oh, no, no. Look at the night. Well, it don't seem so lonely. How can I be lonely? Give it another grand so take you now, fire. I kiss my girl by the fact she walked dressed in this stole today.
Because my love for you will break my heart in two. If you should go, says I'll never lie for you.
Something just makes sense of one of those is you and I. Some things just make sense, and even after all this time.
My grandmother would have made meat pies. They were mainly made around the time of the races in preparation for a busy week ahead. So my great-grandmother would have made the meat pies so that she wouldn't have to be cooking the dinner the week of the races because she was so busy. So the great connection is that Buckley's next door, Catty Buckley, got a job as a chef in Waterville, and I can't remember the name of the. He was a senator in America, and he visited Waterville playing golf. And out of that, after he had the
that's Aidan's grandmother. She always made the broth because she said you should never put them into oxtail soup because they were mutton pies. Yeah. So she got the bones after the lamb being cut up at the butcher's. She got the bones and she simmered them for hours. Then took away the bones and strained the broth and then left it overnight and took the fat off of it and then heated it and it was beautiful with the pies. Mm-hmm. That's the way she did it.
for the last, whatever it is, 23 years. So we have plenty, and there's plenty left over for the customers as well, upstairs and everything will be heated. So you're more than welcome to start sampling.
Thank you.
So that's it. So what's it now? Colette, you gonna?
They're all mine and so upstairs you can
Yeah.
put the broth over them if you want to tell it. You can get a boiling broth with your ring down here. But you can sample the broth and it's the mutton broth. Yeah. And the tell it, Michelle, the meat was lovely because it came from Larry's.
Nabujar wetal gama Nabujar wetal ganyo Sayumaya wadu kasane Sayumaya wadu kasane Nabujar wetal gale Subangol nyam nyongi khar Waktu anda nyulaila Waktu rer dan nyulaila
Out and it has.
Well, I'd like to congratulate everybody involved, and Michael Guerin especially. He was the first man in this town to mention the Lartigue in my lifetime. And now they're all in it, and it's great.
You're all very welcome to the Lartigue Monorail Museum and the official opening of today. As Station Master of the Lartigue, I would now like to introduce you to Mr. Jimmy Deenahan, our Chairman. Jimmy.
Thank you very much, Martin. Ambassador Emmanuel Deschamps, her husband John, Mayor of Listowel, Mayor of Kerry. The last time you had a collection of people of this magnitude around here was when the Lartigue was opened back in 1888. That was a big occasion as well. So it's great to see so many people here. And so I'd like to thank just a few people, I suppose, at the very beginning, who kept the flame alight. One man here is Michael Guerin, the man with the camera. Michael wrote a tremendous book on the Lartigue, which really excited all our interest in the Lartigue over a period of time. Through that book then set up a very good contact with Panissieres France, and there are several people here from that committee, but it really brought Listowel and France and Panissieres very close together. And because of this huge French connection that we have here with the Lartigue family. Also, Jack McKenna. Now, Jack, I think he's the only one at this stage alive that actually drove the Lartigue. Then we applied to FOSS for technical help, and they provided us with a great team. And there's two of them over here on my left, Tom Roach, who was the foreman and the boss, and Tom Blinner-Hassett. And I don't know if there are more of you people here or not, Tom, but if they are, they were very welcome, because FOSS did all the technical work on the line here.
I would like to welcome everybody here this afternoon, especially, of course, Mrs. Emmanuel Deschamps, the French ambassador to Ireland, and her husband John.
Last year's contestant was a new girl here, in a small girl, the greatest rose. So this is a total surprise now. So there you are. So anyway, welcome ladies, and the very best of luck in this.
Mayor of Listowel, Ambassador, Minister Deenahan, TDs, Senators, Councillors, ladies and gentlemen. It's a real privilege to be here today to be amongst you for the launch of this fabulous project. I want to give compliments to everyone concerned.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a great pleasure for me to be here today to see this wonderful museum opening to celebrate the Lartigue Railway. My name is James Hickey. My great-grandfather was Patrick McCarthy, who was the manager of the Lartigue Railway from the 1880s till 1917, until unfortunately ill health made him have to retire. He was also the owner of the Central Hotel in Ballybunion.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say a few words in French to our ambassador, but before that, I've already forgotten what I want to say, so I'll get out of it. Madame ambassadrice, soyez bienvenue à Listowel. On a toujours on a toujours de très bons liens entre l'Irlande et la France. Aujourd'hui, avec l'ouverture du musée, à l'ouverture du musée Lartigue, l'amitié entre nous deux peut continuer. Merci de votre venue.
Minister Dinihan, Mayor of Kerry, Mayor of Listowel, dear friends of the project here, all the volunteers and the senators and all the people who participated in organizing this meeting today. I can't name you all, but I heard that so many people were involved, so I want to salute you. And the future Rose of Tralee, I understand, is amongst us. Hi. And dear Jack McKenna, merci beaucoup d'avoir parlé en français. Je suis très émue. Thank you for organizing the beautiful French weather. And also thank you very much for putting the French flag for us. My cultural counselor, Adrien Laroche, is also here. We're delighted to be with you today. And it's always very, very moving to see our colors in your, and I want to thank you for that. I'm really, I'm truly delighted to be and honored to be with you today in beautiful Listowel in beautiful County Kerry to celebrate this opening of the Lartigue Monorail Museum. I wish you every success for it because it's a beautiful, beautiful place. And I would like to extend a very special thank you to you, Minister Dinihan. Another layer to this tale is that, as you heard also, Charles Lartigue was the grandfather of Jacques-Henri Lartigue, one of the most renowned photographers of the 20th century. He was born in Paris, and he was most famous for his photographs of car races, planes, and fashionable Parisian women. It was the ancestor, perhaps, of the Voilà and other, newspapers. But he, in 1974, he was already getting old, but he was commissioned by the newly elected President of France, Valéry Giscard d'Estaing, you might remind him, and he shot his official photograph as well.
There are railways remembered, both in song and in story, several renowned for romance and intrigue. Think of the Orient and the Western Pacific, the pride of them all was the famous Lartigue. Lartigue, a Frenchman, devised a strange system, a train with 2 engines.
Our sculpture here was local man Darren Enright, and he has done a fantastic job. Martin. Place the scissors like this. 1 minute there.
Yes. Can you tell me when you're ready? Picture. Yes. Okay. You tell me when I get it. Shall I do it? Are you sure? Here we go. It is over.
Go on, how we go?
I want this for us, Torsten's wife.
Oh, sure, Jesus, yes, I had a lovely letter from her. It's sad.
I came down to say that to you.
This way. One more.
I'll hand over the key to any volunteer that wants it.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy, wait. Get it.
Lartigue, a Frenchman, devised a strange system. Train with 2 engines that rolled on 3 wheels, balanced on 1 rail without much assistance. Cabins on both sides to keep even keel. And the rain going westward from the Soul to the Zenton, and the Soul of Mona and down to the sea. When it reached Valley Bunyan, where it turned on the counter, rail home once more to the banks of the Fee. Side to side, sing along, here comes the Lartigue Railway. Side to side, we sing a song, there goes the Lartigue Railway.
Status quo blast from a jukebox. The lads I grew up would play air guitar, conjuring youth. Hunched at the bar, I hear dreams that turn to dust, till I ring out for last call. A pint takes a minute to settle, out for last call. Pint takes a minute to settle. The creamy head rises and lands like a chorus of hums. Opera on the top floor. Violins cry and arias explode.